Out what I need to do next. I think it's gonna be putting the design on next. So start working on that while I read. Yeah, again, I really appreciate you hanging out, even though I'm a little mm, out of it today, I suppose. But it's good to be back and it's good to hang out and chat with you. So I appreciate you putting up with me. Um, so you love stitching method of attaching. You just hate stitching. Yeah, it's yeah, it's amazing how much of a time thief stitching is. Like something like this, which is really not that big. Um, it's just stitching here, stitching here. Um, I'd be like, I don't know, what's that gonna take? Like 20 minutes maybe. So I just like hang out, watch some YouTube or a movie or something like that. And when I do time myself, or if I do notice, this is probably half an hour, 35 minutes, uh, maybe 40 minutes worth of stitching. Yeah, it's just nuts how freaking long it actually takes to do. And I'm not not taking my time with it either. I'm going as fast as I reasonably can, and this is just one pouch, Um, but yeah, I as long as it takes, and even when something's just a costume piece, because I could just glue the leather together and it would be fine. Add like a decorative line like this to kind of give the illusion that it's stitched, kind of. If I glue it together, it'd be perfectly fine. But yeah, I need it to be durable and usable. I have before I get into that long speech, I'll get back to your comments. Train of thought, rather. It's not a speech. Um, Attach the fire kit on the bottom of the canteen holster. Yeah, maybe. Uh, yeah, maybe get like a bigger ferro rod. I've seen that sometimes. That looks pretty cool. Like add that onto like a knife sheath or something like that. But I could add like a little pouch, sheath thing to put a ferro rod and maybe a striker. Put that in there. It's a cool idea. Um, yeah, it is hard to get customers, but like I said, especially for that type of person, which would be me, honestly. Without my business, I probably wouldn't be online very much at all. um, but yeah, Instagram is definitely a good tool for that kind of thing. I didn't really use it for a long time for some reason. I was just kind of, I don't know. I didn't want to show off my stuff for some reason, like to that extent, and I was just kind of making the same thing over and over again. So I didn't want to just post the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I've definitely been using it a lot more often, and like posting into other um, groups and stuff and tagging people, and it's definitely a very useful tool as long as you use it. And Molly canteen bottom for the fire kit. Yeah, honestly, just Molly in general. Like this canteen pouch that I'm making here is gonna have belt loops. And this one is gonna have belt loops to fit a 2-inch wide belt. Um, but yeah, I mean, adding a Molly system onto this, because you could still, set it up to add, just a regular belt, or if you wanted to Molly it onto a backpack or a plate carrier or something like that. Yeah, that's I've had a couple people inquire about adding a Molly system, or moly, like I thought it was originally, but a mole canteen pouch. Um, yeah, I've had occasionally some people inquire about adding a Molly system, but I think only one person has ever gone through with it. But yeah, adding and just, pouches and everything. I probably should do that. All right. Let's wait for the till I'm sure that the ad break is done. So I'm just gonna focus on this for now. I want to make sure you're here while I'm commenting on your comments. All right, so fortunately, I didn't make a note of where this lined up last time. The eagle pattern, that is. So I have to kind of redo this process. It's just over 2.5 inches. About there. About 1.25 inches. Yeah, I think 1.25 inches looks good. Yeah, let's go with 1.25 inches. All right, should be back. Yeah, most people who buy your stuff definitely aren't online much. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of hard to imagine uh being online so much, but myself. But yeah, they're probably a lot better off. Um, I mean, not when it comes to finding high quality leather products, but um, as far as everything else goes, what the hell just happened to my chat? All right, so um, yeah, you love doing work on the side, watching movies and stuff. Yeah, no, since I'm not like working with anybody, and yeah, occasionally I'll listen to music, but I mean, I fucking love listening to music. I was a drummer for a really long time. I still kind of am. I could be if I had drums and a space to drum, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I freaking am always listening to music every time I'm in the car and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, while I'm working, I typically prefer to watch YouTube videos or podcasts or movies. But movies can be tricky because I just get like sucked into it, and I'm just like sitting there, like staring at the movie, and I like snap out of it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how freaking long have I just been sitting here not doing anything? So movies, if I pop in a movie, it's typically one I've seen 1,000 times. Even still, I'll catch myself getting caught up into it too much. But um, yeah, I need to look into what you call it, audiobooks. Don't remember who it was at this point, unfortunately. But somebody was in here recommending an audiobook um series series of audiobooks that sounded really interesting. But I have not looked into it yet. Yeah, that'd probably be kind of ideal because there's no visual. Dungeon Crawler Carl, I think it was. Um, but yeah, that'd probably be ideal for just listening and kind of creating the images in your head, but I can still just focus on what I'm doing. I don't have audio, audio.com, Audible, audible.com account. And yeah, I just haven't looked into it yet. Okay, that's better. Where did that end up being? An inch. I'll probably not make a note of that, so I have to do that every time. Um, all right. um, you know how I make real and usable pieces? Yeah, I do too. Absolutely. Um, I sort of fell into the costuming accessory world. I didn't really even I didn't know that much about it. Like when I got my first projects, I thought they would just wanted it for Halloween. um, but yeah, I do love making like not costuming, just strictly kind of strictly practical stuff as well. I just don't I don't do a whole lot of it. I don't really advertise it very much, so I don't really get a whole lot of orders for it, but I am trying to kind of slowly bring out more um yeah, just useful and plus the costuming stuff, not a whole lot of other people do it, so I sort of have a um it's sort of a more it's a less saturated market to work in and try to make money in. Um, so so that's kind of what I focus on. Why I focus on that more as well. But yeah, just for me, my own satisfaction and um, stuff, I do like to make. I do like to make some more practical items. You know, like a fire kit. You can't even bring these into into a convention center, so this is strictly just kind of everyday use. Outside of costuming use type stuff. Um, I should have read the next line before I started saying that. You love how I make. Sorry about that. You love how I make real and useful pieces that are costume pieces. But but yeah, that as well, absolutely. Because even when stuff isn't going to be used, it is going to be strictly just there for looks. I do like to make it as if it was going to be used every day, and sometimes it is. Um, you know, I like to give the opportunity for people to, because they're going to be out on a convention floor for hours at a time. They need places to put their phone, wallets, keys, and all their real human accessories and stuff, and you don't want it breaking on you. Um, yeah, sorry about that. That's funny. Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. One second. Um, you know what? Just give me one second. I need to check my phone.